Hi everyone, welcome back to Java 1 for All. In this video, we are going to talk about the result set metadata. Basically, the result set is way more powerful than what we just saw here. The result set, some drivers will allow it to change the data while you are passing through the rows, and the result set metadata will allow you, for example, to get more info about your table. So, for example, what's the column name, the column size, the type of the column, how many columns you have, and so on. So there are some systems where, especially the systems where you work with reports, that sometimes you don't have power over the query that you are executing. And if you don't have power over the query, the result set metadata may save your life. So let's go to the repository and well, make sure that you have Docker Compose up running and Docker Engine also running. Actually, in the other way around, first Docker Engine, then Docker Compose. So let's copy the find by name, and I will change here the return type void, and now show result set metadata. I think metadata, the word is not like split in between meta and data, but the name of the class is result set metadata. That's why I'm adding here the uppercase D. Now just remove the where, the condition from this query, and remove a producer, and you can remove the while as well. So what we are trying to achieve here is get some information about the table producer. So we have the result set, and from the result set we can get metadata, and this will introduce us a result set metadata. Now, to get the information, you have to go through the columns. How many columns do you have? We can get through result set metadata dot get column count, and we can log this, login info, column count, and then column count. Since we know how many columns we have now, let's iterate over them. By the way, the columns, they always start with 1. Yeah, I think they don't show it here, but they always start with 1. And then, since we are starting with 1, lower or equal, or less or equal than column count. So let's get some data. Log.info. First thing, I would like to know the table name. Well, it's kind of very specific here, but sometimes maybe you want to get the name yourself and you don't have to split the SQL. Result set metadata, get, and you can see we have a lot of information here. So get table name, column I, this I right here, and I think here they tell you the first column is 1, the second is 2. Now Control D, Control D, Control D. So we have table name, we are going to have column name, we are going to have column size, especially for working with text. Sometimes it's important to know the size. And then we are also going to get the type of that column. So for the column name, get column name, and then for the size, get column display size, and for the column type, it's a column type name. Okay, let's check it out. Go to producer service, copy this one, Control D to duplicate, define all, just add the show result metadata. You can move this down, Control Shift arrow down, and here show results metadata. We are not going to return anything, and here as well you're just going to call. So it looks like I forgot to change, so Control B and remove the name here. We're not going to use anymore. Okay, so this is the show result metadata, basically the same as we have been doing so far. The connection statement result set inside the try with resources to be closed automatically, and then we are getting the result set metadata, and we are going to display some information. Now in the connection factory, just comment it out this one and this one, and let's call reducer service show result metadata. Control Shift F10. So as you can see, we have two columns. The table name is producer. The first column that we are checking out is ID. The size is 10. It means that you can only have like 10 digits. The column type's integer. And then the second column, it's name. The column size is 255. 255. And then we have varchar for the type. So pretty simple because we only have two columns, but sometimes you're writing SQL, or you are getting SQL for a huge report, and then yeah, you have to write a lot information about the columns, for example. Okay, so I think that's enough information for one video. In the next one, let's continue with more interesting stuff that the result set can do for us. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.